Tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you lived here?
I've lived here 6 years.
Why'd you decide to move to North Carolina versus Virginia?
Well, one of the reasons was for a better education for our child. The schools are much better down here, to get away from all the congestion up there.
We don't have a lot of jobs here. Do you think that the outlying landing field is going to bring us jobs?
No, certainly I don't. I know that in Fincher's Field they only have 38 jobs there, and those are Navy personnel. I don't see where they're going to have civilians working in outlying landing field. And if they were to hire civilians, most likely they'd be from Virginia.
Do you think this is going to change Currituck and Camden County?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Especially Currituck's travel and tourism industry. If they're going to fly past Corolla, it's going to be just like Virginia Beach where the jets fly over all day. They're going to be flying at night, which is going to upset the sleep of our children. And they're going to be flying during the school hours, and I don't think that the Navy has taken into consideration not only all the public schools, but the church-run daycare centers, the preschools, the home-run daycare centers. I think it's going to be very detrimental for our children and their education and their future.
If you knew an OLF were coming to an area, would you decide to live there, or would you go somewhere else?
Not at all. Not at all. I know the Navy needs to train their pilots. Certainly, I support that, and I want the pilots to be as safe as possible. At the same time, the citizens in the surrounding areas need to be safe and need to have this type of life that they come to the country to have, to get away from noise and to get away from jet noise. They come here for a more peaceful life and tranquility, and this isn't going to be a part of that lifestyle anymore if the OLF comes here.
When you said that they have 4 landing fields that they're not using, do you think that an additional landing field is going to help them, or do you think Virginia Beach is still going to be continuing plagued with the noise problems over there and the lawsuits that the Navy has been receiving and settling with the folks up there in Virginia?
Well, I can't imagine where it's going to help them out as far as that goes, because they're going to be flying in and out of Oceana, so they're going to be taking off and landing back there. They're still going to have the same noise problem, only now we're going to have it. With no benefit to us financially, our home value is going to decrease, which it already has, given the economy and the market of the real estate industry. They're not going to give us any money for our land. They're not even offering to buy it, and we're going to be stuck here. With our mortgages, still we owe a lot more than it's worth. We're going to be upside down on these houses.
Do you think that this also should be concerned with? We should be concerned with the environment and the environmental issues out at the Hales Lake site that they're talking about going to?
Definitely. I mean, this is Currituck County, land of the wild geese, and we have snow geese that migrate here. We have all kinds of wildlife, and people come here, a lot of people just for the wildlife. I don't see where that's going to benefit the county at all, and I also feel that given the noise, it may run off these animals that are part of our community.
Well, Debbie, we want to thank you for coming on and just giving us a little bit about insight that you have and the knowledge that you've been given so far from what the Navy has really given us, which I guess hasn't been too much information. Anything you want to add?
Yes, when I lived and worked up around Oceana, one of the things that we do is clean roofs, and I know that the jet fuel that they say falls away and evaporates before it hits the ground. It's really not true when you're that close. They're too close when it's coming and going. They're too low to the ground. I've had to clean roofs where the jet fuel has stained them. I've seen swimming pools with a film over them. I just think it's bad for the environment.